Hi, she's Kate and Lavagna.
And she's Kaysha Louvain, and this is Tea for Two.
That's you and a brew.
And a new teapot.
And a new teapot. And a new dish and a new shit.
And a sway jar.
Yes. The shit count, because otherwise that would have been record time.
We should have got tokens, because I haven't actually got money to put in there. And we'll have to make little tokens, innit?
So basically, what I was going to do, which I forgot to do, was like bring a load of my like 1 pennies. But 1 penny is the same as a pound.
Yeah.
So then when we count them out, we're like, that's how much we are.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh,
I've got
good
loads
that.
of pennies. I haven't got any pounds or 50p's or 20's or 10's or 5's, but I've got pennies.
No, come on. I want to cut back.
Cup of tea. What's the tea today?
I've
Sorry,
been-
can
I've
we have a
been-
moment? Look at this teapot.
I've been slaving away this morning.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
A
Absolute
bit of a
bargain.
cough. Sorry.
Holiday purchase in a charity shop. The whole set was a £5.
Charity shops, I love
I
them.
fucking love them.
Look what I'm doing today out of respect.
Thank you. Out of respect, because I told her that historically, that putting milk in first is correct. Now,
No.
I've always known this fact,
No.
but I never bring it up on the pod.
No.
For anyone that didn't know, was that obviously when everything was made of China, the Chinese would always put milk in first. Sorry, interrupting my story. They would put milk in first because any hot water would potentially crack the china. Now, I've never said...
Sorry, I love that you've researched this.
No, I've always known that fact.
Is it just one sugar you have?
No, I have two. Especially them tiny little things. I've always known that fact, but I never brought it up. And actually, I was talking to my cousin Ashley the other day.
Ashley Bells?
Yes.
Or is it Megan Bells?
They're all they're all sisters.
Bowls. All the bowls, no plates. Aye. It's so funny.
Ashley, Elna, Megan and Bethan.
Lovely.
Momo and Boo Boo.
Aw.
I don't never call them Meg and Bethan.
Here we go, darling.
Thank you, love.
Thanks for doing
that.
that.
Is absolutely spot on.
I think
Cheers.
we've finally, it's taken us 2 eras.
Oh,
That tea is phenomenal.
it is a banging tea.
Like, genuinely, I'm so impressed by it.
Yeah, I've got it
And I've
myself.
drank a lot of tea
Yeah, you have.
in my time.
To be honest, I think Yorkshire was...
Yorkshire Gold,
I
come
think
on.
Yorkshire was my last favourite tea, even though I still drink Tetley.
If I'm out and I see they've got Yorkshire, I'm like, that's somebody who knows about their tea. Glengettie, though, can you please sponsor us? I'd quite like to taste all of your range.
And I'd also like to know, are they actually Welsh? Because aren't they based in Liverpool?
Even better, send me some Scousers in the post.
Oh, thanks. United fan, nothing really against
I love Liverpool.
Liverpudlians.
It's no secret. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm still waiting to live in Liverpool. One day I will move to Liverpool.
Quite happily
I
take
just
you
want to do a year. I just want to do a year there. What?
I said I'd quite happily take you there.
And drop you off.
I'll
with
drop
your
you off
kids.
and come back.
Ta-da! Get Sandra Lavin. She's due next year.
Yeah.
By the way, my sister's been nagging me to come back on the pod.
Well, actually, we did say to her that she could come
She
back
can be
on.
like a recurring guest every era.
Mm-hmm.
I do think, though, I had my cousin's wedding. Congratulations, Ellis and Jessie. It was beautiful.
Congratulations.
One clap for Ellis. This is class. One clap for Jessie James.
Oh, nice.
Great. Mr. and Mrs. James, they're now married and are about to go on a honeymoon, I believe. So on the topic of holidays, that's also very interesting. But yes, had the wedding, and in the wedding, my sister announced to everyone that she's already bought us another gift, and it's even better than the tiny violin.
See, she is just so much nicer than you.
I know. And the only reason I was technically on time, if you count when I messaged you and said I was outside, I'm only on time because I borrowed her car this morning to get you. And she was like, I'm picking Isla up. I'm dropping Isla off at school. Be ready at 9 or you're not having the car. I was like, when Alexandra Lavagna says you've got to be on time, you've got to be on time.
I still question why I'm friends with you and not your sister, really.
I think a lot of people do that. I just think I'm like the young, hip, cool singing one. If my sister sang and released songs, I'd be screwed.
Oh my God.
Is that a...
Jaffa?
No. Is that I did wrong. I said a bad word.
What would you say?
Screwed.
Screwed is not a bad word.
Screwed is a swear word.
No, damn.
Yeah. It's like pissed or screwed. It's bad, isn't it? It's not a nice word.
I'm screwed. No.
What even is a swear word? Who invented the fact that those words
We're swear.
were swear? Oh, I love this.
No,
Also,
to me.
apparently swearing is a sign of intelligence because the words themselves are like, most of them are like plosives. So when you're so emotionally like angry or sad or something, if you use a swear word, it's emotionally intelligent to show people with your tone of voice and diction and stuff how
Fucking
you
hell,
feel.
you've had your Weetabix this morning,
Oh,
haven't you?
I'm ready for a day of filming. I can't
Jesus.
wait. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, what were you saying about my sister or something?
I don't know, your sister's just class and you were
Not.
alright, like.
Great.
No, we were on the topic of holidays.
Yes.
That's where we were going.
Basically, me and Kaysha, we might feel a bit awkward today because it's the first time we haven't spoken all weekend. So I walked into Newbridge Memo today and I was like, I don't know what we're doing today. I haven't spoken to you and I feel weird about that. But we haven't fallen out yet.
Well, no, you just... yet. I've just had 5 gigs this weekend.
It's been bank holiday weekend.
Bank holiday weekend.
So it's been a big old weekend. You were earning money and using your talent to pay bills.
You were spending
I
yours.
was spending mine on
Getting
other
pissed.
people's gigs, getting pissed.
Yeah.
Screwed. I'm screwed.
That's why I paid for Haim tickets and you didn't.
Yeah, we need to tell him we're going to see him.
Very. Well, actually...
In my birthday month.
Birthday month, right? I have booked you, right?
I completely forgot about that.
Ella
I can't wait to see Ella.
and Haim.
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday.
Thank you so much. You don't have to get me anything now if you just...
No, you don't have to get me anything, but I won't pay you back.
Yeah, she's like, no. I'm not spending 70, 80 pounds on you. You can give me the ticket money and then I'll get you a card.
Yeah.
That's me going, don't worry now.
It's not
don't
your
stress
birthday
yourself.
this year.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. But I do celebrate my birthday big time. We all know this.
Yeah.
For on many occasions, because of what I do mainly, I'm usually away for my birthday, or I'm on panto, or I'm with a new group of people, or whatever. There was one birthday where panto hadn't started yet, and I was about to start Housemates. No, I just finished Housemates 1. And then I just messaged Molly Palmer and Mally Heaven. It's O'Donnell. I just went weird because that's her actor name and I've said her actor name first and that feels weird. Anyway, me, Mally and Molly went to Milan and it was for like 4 days.
A lot of M's.
It's so many M's. And I was, it was a bad birthday. It was the birthday where I'd...
Got left?
Got left,
yeah.
What?
Someone dumped their leg.
Oh yeah, it was the October that I started writing October.
Yeah.
I literally started writing the first bit of October in my last week on Housemates. I sat in the foyer having a little cry to myself over lunch. It was pathetic. Pathetic. And I wrote in my little notes, October used to be my favourite month, and I just left it. Then I went to Milan, had a lovely time. It was very emotional. Milan.
Oh,
Go to Milan. I'm going to Smegberg's Milan on the Aperol Spritz Terrace in the main square. So yes, that's what we did. But it was great. My point was I love going away anyway. But if you're going away for somebody's birthday or wedding, like, it is cool. It is fun to do that.
Yeah.
So where have you been other than gigging?
Well, the week before, I was in my house.
You were?
And do you know what? It was like a holiday after my holiday, because I went to Rhyada. Mid Wales. And it was absolutely stunning. I just did not want to come home. It's classed as a cottage, but it was just more like just a bungalow. It's really nice, like massive garden. The dogs were running around. They were lush. Nice hot tub. The village itself is just a really nice village. It's got everything. So like,
I don't know if I've been to Rhyada. I think I've driven through it.
Yeah, a lot of people have driven through it, but I haven't really
like
stopped.
to get to North Wales. Yeah. I
would 100% say go there, because I think you'd enjoy it, because there's a load of charity shops, a load of antique places. The antique place I went...
Like a moochie place.
Yeah. Banging coffee shop that I told you about. I literally said to her, I was like, I found the coffee shop. Oh, it was so good.
Was it?
Good. Yeah. Probably like the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
What was it called?
Tea...
For two?
No. Either like T Morgans or Ty Morgans. T Morgans, I would say T.
T-Y?
Yeah,
That's
T-Y.
tea.
Yeah, T.
Yeah. Like Tea Haven.
Yeah. I'm sure T Morgan's. I will tag it anyway.
We'll tag you. Well done.
Oh, wow.
It takes a lot to impress her as well.
It does. I even stopped there on my way home.
Again.
I was like, go on, I'll one last time.
What did you get?
I have my usual, my hazelnut
latte.
Hazelnut latte, and then if I've already had a coffee prior to going in, I will have a hazelnut decaf cappuccino.
Less milk, less coffee. Caffeine. Yeah.
30 now, see.
I got to tell you about my heart.
Ticker and IBS. You know.
Yeah, milk and caffeine.
Yeah,
the two things we all love to have every single day. Even though we suffer every single day.
Are you dying anytime soon?
I don't know. I got to ring the cardiology at the department in the hospital, but I think that's to get my results. Because I don't think they... Why have I got to go back, though? I haven't got enough money to get it.
I'd find the money, because if you've got to go back again, that means something's wrong.
Well, no, but that's what I thought, and I panicked because I had the letter through, and I was like, oh God, they've not just said, yeah, you're fine after your echo. They've said you need to, in fact, I need to do it today, you need to ring to go to make an appointment again. And I was like, that's not good, is it? That's really bad. But then my sister was like, oh, that'll be fine. That's you. That'll just be them saying you need to go back to discuss your results. But I was like, yeah, but if I was fine, there would be nothing to discuss. So something's up, like.
Something is up.
I love nurses and doctors, and I've got so much respect to you.
Is just trying to like calm you and be like, oh, it's only just I think she's doing that.
Yeah, after my 2 echo scans.
Yeah, I'm going. There's probably something wrong if they want you back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be like, ring this number for your results. And
can you get an ADHD diagnosis from palpitations?
No, but I can tell you now it's probably your caffeine. If it's not something serious wrong. No,
because I was being really good because I had the echoes. I waited till after to get really drunk and drink loads of coffee. Like leading up to them. No, because
coffee, you drink a shitload.
I have decaf though. I honestly, I normally drink decaf. The most I drink is when we come and do these days, to be totally honest with you.
And does it get really bad at the after? No, that's not. And I think you've got something wrong with it.
Something else. And honestly, right, me and Matthew took the dogs for a walk.
Oh, shut up. I come over the other day, right, and you were just like, hiya. You were so lovely. Oh, no,
they are growing on me now. We babysat Isla yesterday, and she was terrified to come in, and by the end she was sat with Dot on her lap just going, Dot, sleeping. And then when we had to take her back to her house to put her to bed, she was like, Matthew, can you in and Matthew? I was like, yes. She's like, when can I see the doggies again? I was like, oh. God.
She'll be the only one in your family that will like dogs.
I know, it's true. It's ridiculous.
So you've been away as well?
I have been away. I love that we just moved on from fucking dying.
I know. I love the fact that you were like, you know, what did you do on your holidays? Like, where did you go? I told you like 2 things, and you were like, by the way, back to me, my heart, I'm dying. Yes.
I'll keep you all updated. I'm sure I'm fine. Just another health. What do you call it?
Yeah, this podcast might stop abruptly. T for 1, because Caitlin's dead.
T for 1, because Caitlin's fallen off her chair and she hasn't got back up, and I'm assuming that's related to her heart problem.
I just really hope that if you do die, that it is on the pod. Go fucking viral.
It would, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
It'd be a viral clip, and then you'd get my sister in, and then it'd be like,
ta-da,
it'd be like, upgrade. There's another Lavagna. There's what she was waiting all along. It's my sister giving me normal caffeine when I go to her house instead of decaf. She's poisoning me.
She's poisoning you.
It's because she wants to come on the pod. But permanently. Anyway, I have been away. I went to Edinburgh.
You're another person that went to Edinburgh.
What do you mean?
Because you went, Ali's been.
We just missed each other.
And my auntie and uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
It was cheap. There was an offer on.
They went up for my auntie's 50th.
Lovely.
That is obviously probably gone now by the time this is out.
Happy birthday.
And obviously Ali went for a sten.
I love that.
What are your thoughts on a sten? Because
I would way prefer a sten.
I asked someone the other day and they were like, absolutely not.
Why?
And I was like, no, I kind of like...
my immediate reaction is cheaper for everyone involved.
Yes.
Most of the time, the bride and groom have got like best friends who are in relationships as well. So in terms of childcare and stuff, you're not having 2 weekends, you're having one. You know, you can, and they can both have accommodation together, so they save money on that as well. And just generally, I think it's a great idea to have all of your friends who are going to all be at your wedding all together in one place, because then what I found with my cousin's wedding...
You could test the waters a bit.
Test the waters, but also, like, what I found with my cousin's wedding, I mean, I can't really say anything because I couldn't make the hen at all. But there was an air of, like, my sister was there and she knew some of the girls who were there, and I didn't. And I was like, oh, it's because I didn't go to the hen. But then also, loads of my cousin's friends were all in one group as well, because they were talking about, like, stag stuff. So there was an element of me going, is that, like, segregating the conversation a bit on your day?
Yeah.
It wasn't in their wedding. I'm not saying, like, it was absolutely brilliant and everyone got along at the end and it was all great. But there was a moment in the day where I was like, if I was to get married, I'd want to have those hilarious conversations going, you two in Barbados, in Ibiza, let's talk about Benidorm.
Blackpool.
You two in Blackpool, in Cardiff, on that one night out.
Both.
Pop factories, off the charts. Yeah, I'd want to share that with everyone. But I'm an everyone type of person. My friends literally call me LinkedIn. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Like, whenever I have an opportunity to connect people, in the industry especially...
You
I'm
are
always
really
like,
good at that, though.
I like you said to me just now, we're trying to get Tom Jenkins to come on the pod, because he's just released an absolute banger of an album. Like, genuinely, the songs are so good. I love them. And it's like unapologetically, like, this is where I'm from. It's in a lot of ways, I don't think it's anything we haven't heard before. Like, it's not mind-blowing stuff.
No.
But he's just very, very detailed and done it so well that I'm just like, yes, like,
Very
that's
good
your
songwriter.
lane and you've done it. You're at the top of it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huge fan. Anyway, Tom Jenkins, I just messaged him on Instagram. I don't know who he is. Hopefully one day I will. But I'm going to see his gig on Friday, and I'll probably go up to him and be like, you know, you said you couldn't make tea for two because you're busy on the road. Come on afterwards. And you were like, I love that. You just messaged him.
Just message him.
I was like, yeah. If you don't message, you don't get. People are so afraid to put themselves out there. I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
How do collaborations work?
To be honest,
Somebody's got to make the first move, haven't they? Otherwise,
I've been doing a lot of that more recently.
I think this podcast has helped, because me and you have had to go, we need guests as well.
And like, also we've gone, right, who do we actually want to speak to as well?
And who's
it's
got a story,
like,
and who's up to something cool.
Yeah, we want our friends on, and we want, like, like friends of friends, and, you know, especially if people are bringing out albums or releases or got new projects and stuff like that. That's great.
Yeah, because we can help
promote it as well.
a platform for promotion.
But we've also gone, right, who's on our bucket list? Like, who do we really want on the pod? Because
still waiting for Kelly Jones to get back to me. But
and
Tom Jones.
And Charlotte Church. I think I'd die, I would.
I wouldn't be able to. You know what happened to me, Did you see my story in Housemates?
No.
Charlotte Church's son, I think he's Gavin Henson's son as well, I'm not sure, was in the Sherman Players, which is like the youth group. And they had a showing for about 3 nights at the same time as we were finishing Housemates. So we were in the main auditorium and they were in the smaller studio space. And James Evan comes up to me one day and he goes, yes, highly likely Charlotte Church been here at some point. And I had a small cardiac... It was a problem.
Yeah,
it was a problem. And I was like, what do you mean she could be in this building? He's like, oh, this unlikely. Like, with the time, we're called at 6. Our show starts at 7:30. She's not going to go that early to watch her son. Also, they're doing it for 3 nights, so we might not even be here by the time she comes to see it. I was like, it's probably best. I swear to God. Everyone went in. I went to get a coffee. I looked up. I looked to my left. And walking towards me is Charlotte Church. Dressed like she dresses on all of her Instagram reels for the Shine on the Shining.
I was going to say, what'd you do?
Not the Shining. What's it called?
I don't know. I drove past it the other.
Did you?
Well, it's close to Ryder.
Oh my God, we gotta go.
It's obviously in the
what's it called?
in the valley, isn't it?
It's on the tip of my tongue. The retreat.
It's something retreat.
Anyway, Charlotte Church renovated this huge mansion, didn't she, in the middle of Wales, and it's now like a health and well-being, singy, spiritual place.
Which I've actually had a look for stuff for us to go.
Yeah.
Even if we don't get it like on pod, I reckon we should just go anyway.
I agree. I'd love to do that. They do like yoga and like sound
Because
baths.
the thing is as well, obviously it's like a
the dreaming.
That's it.
It is, isn't it? It's the dreaming. Yes, still got it.
It's still working. There. The fucking heart is, but the head is.
Just give me a transplant.
What was I saying then about Oh yeah, it's like a technology
It's like
detox.
we've lost them. They've gone.
Oh, God. Yeah. Technology like detox sort of thing, isn't there? So it's not like we could like film there or do anything like that.
No.
But I do really
We could talk
think,
about it afterwards, though.
Yeah, that's what I think we should do.
100%. I've
love
always
to
wanted to
go.
go. They've got a womb room.
Yeah.
It's class.
It's like the amount of things you could do is great.
Yeah. And it's even more established
gonna...
now. They get like drumming people in, and you go into the forest and you like do all these like native calls and stuff. I can't wait. We're going. I've decided. I just need like a voiceover or a commercial to come through where I get like a slap of like 15 grand, and I'll be like, it's my treat, Kaysha, for everything you've done.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we talking about? No. What are we talking about? Charlotte Church. Oh my gosh, she's walking towards me.
Yeah,
she's walking towards me. And I'm sorry, like, I'm not cool. She's...
We know.
Yeah, okay. She's been, like, Crazy Chick was my jam when I was younger. Like,
yeah.
I love her.
Well,
I love her.
We kind of, like, grew up with her as well.
Yeah.
At points.
Yeah, like
she's like
some people
years
now
old.
would not know who she is, because she then was out with the public eye for loads of time, and then she came back with this house and she's a new person and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, it walked towards me and I absolutely lost my shit, and James, I went into rehearsals then to warm up, and I was like, with my coffee, and they were all like, "You okay?" I was like, "Shut." I was like, "You're never gonna believe it," and James even went, "What? Charlotte Church is here, is she?" And I went,
"No."
Yeah. He's like, "Shut up." So we did warm up, and then James was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee now," and I was like, "Hey, can I come?" And he was like, "No, yeah, fine." He was hilarious. He wasn't actually getting a coffee. He wanted to see if she was literally was there. And we had like 2 minutes before we had to go and get into costume. So I walked down with him, and we were in the queue, and she was by the bar, and we got really close. And then James went, "I'm just gonna go back in now," and I was like, I wanted to speak, but like in the Sherman Theatre, that's her. I don't know, I just feel weird. Like, if I'd gone up to it as a performer there, I'm on like a different level. I'm not just somebody like in the public going, "Oh, by the way," I'd have to go, "By the way, I'm in that show." Like, it just felt so weird.
It's a weird thing how you approach it. It's like,
I know, like, there
do you
wasn't
go
a
up to her and
reason.
said, "Oh, and you go up to her as like a fan," or do you go up to her as like a fellow performer?
But then you bring you on that level, and you're not. I don't know. It's so weird, isn't it?
Technically, you do the same stuff. Like, do you know what I mean?
Technically,
you're in
yeah,
in the same industry.
Yeah, it is weird when you meet your hero, but you're doing the same thing as them.
So she's done like festivals in like a cover band. So like she's not going to be like, "Oh, high and mighty, I'm an A-lister." She don't seem like that type of person to me.
No, she doesn't seem like that type of person. Also, Kieran and Sean used to be in a band.
Exactly.
And they were in my band, and now they're doing other things, and like we're all still friends. We all do drama together and acting, so it all feels a bit too close for me to have gone up to and gone, "Hiya," because there might be an opportunity in the future where our paths actually cross, and then I'm like, "Remember me?
I'm the weirdo.
I'm the weirdo who was in a show but decided to miss warm up to come and just look at you in the Sherman foyer." Yeah, like, is that really it? Anyway, yes, I did go away. I've got no idea how we went to Charlotte Church.
You went to Edinburgh.
Yes, and I went to see...
With the lovely Ella.
Well, she's there at the moment. She's just opened the Moulin Rouge World Tour. So she's on tour now for 2 years.
That's insane.
2 years.
What a job, man.
Brushing all those wigs every night. She just loves what she does. Like, you can't do that job if you're not completely invested in it. But anyway, she's in a lovely flat just outside of the main like city of Edinburgh, and she invited me to press night.
You were jammy shit, mind you are.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I said to her, I was like, "I'm fun employed at the moment. There's no way I can come to Edinburgh." And she was like, "It'll cost you like £90 return on a flight, and you've got free accommodation for 4 nights." And I was like, I was like, oh, I haven't got money, but I can probably stretch to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and she said it's a walk-in city. It's not like you're gonna have to. And the weather was good, so it wasn't like I had to keep paying to be in somewhere like a coffee shop. I literally walked and walked and walked and walked and walked. I just went to see the things, took pictures. Like I read my book. I never have time to do any of that stuff. I forced myself to do it.
Yeah, it was a breakaway as well, and it's a bit of a talk about a detox sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think I was at the point where I was like, oh my God, it's this point for me now where I'm just about to start a new job, but it's those 2 weeks where it's really pushing my bank balance a bit, and I'm a bit like worried. It'll be fine as soon as I'm back in work again, but that's the active thing of going in and out of stuff. And sometimes those little breaks are just pushing, being quite long.
Yeah.
And it was at that point that she asked me, and I was like, oh, Ella. But she was like, mate, when you can have an opportunity to come to a commercial world tour press with your mate in Edinburgh, where you've never been before, for a cheap flight, if you can get a lift to Bristol, thank you. One clap for Matthew, because that's the only reason I could afford to go there, because even the train there would have pushed it over, and I would have gone, no, I can't. But yeah, he dropped me off and picked me up, which was lush. And then the flight, I couldn't believe it. I didn't need a passport in the airport. My brain.
You made me laugh about that. You were like, I don't need one. Like, what do I do then? Do I just like jump on the plane? I'm like, no, you'll have to go through stuff because
we need to talk about security.
Yeah.
Nah,
nothing.
I still can't remember.
For the listeners. For the listeners.
Yes, sorry, hello. My name's Caitlin, and I'm about to talk to you about security in airports. I got to Bristol Airport. Obviously, you check it online. I obviously didn't pay for a bag for 4 nights. I literally just forced myself to just pack what I needed, which was a bit difficult, but we did it. Because it's all changed, haven't it? You used to be able to take a little wheelie suitcase on for free, but now that's charged, and you can only take a bag on that can go under the seat, right? So I'm like, what do I do then? I've checked in online, so I suppose all I've got to do is go up the stairs, up, Bristol, up the escalator to security. So, and I've got my boarding pass on my app. So I was like scanning the app, went through. Security man in the queue to get your trays in it. I'm thinking, I've got all my jewellery on, I've got a belt, shoes, a jacket. He literally I went into my bag, because I'm really good, I'm good at packing. I've done it so many times now. I got my makeup already in one of those bags ready. Yeah. 100ml, all that stuff. And then I've got my laptop and literally any of my chargers I pack on top so I can just get them out quickly because it's electronic, right? Yeah. But he's like, no, you can leave everything in there if you want. I went, what? And he was laughing at me because I was like, I was like, what are my liquids? He was like, no, leave them in the bag, it's fine. I was like, so what are you... So what's the security check then if everything's left in the bag? They must have brand new machines that don't even need you to they must be able to literally scan in your bag.
Everything, and identify everything. I
don't understand this. I mean, I've got an air hostess friend, Sophia. I'm going to have to ask her about that.
She might know more. But, liquids, I don't really understand, what if you took, poison on?
How are they scanning what the liquid is? At least in a clear bag, they can look and go, that's sun cream, that's makeup.
Yeah.
But then arguably you could
do that.
Listen,
anyway,
we've talked about the knife on the plane. I don't trust them anyway. I'm watching my wits. I'm on a plane. I'm like, who am I sat next to? I'm scoping it out.
Yeah.
I think it's Scooby-Doo-ba-doo-ba-ding it out. I'm on tenterhooks anyway on a plane. Not anxiously. I'm just aware. I'm very aware of people and bags. Who's put what bag where. I'm like this constantly. I'm like, okay, he's put a massive black bag there.
I'm very much like that wherever you go. So people will say I'm the quiet one, I'm the watcher. Yeah. And that is true. I'm not really quiet, but
so you're a stalker, is what you're saying. Yeah. People watcher.
Very, very good at it.
I'm very good at it too. Yeah. I'm usually right as well.
Yeah.
I actually am. There's been moments in JB Airport and stuff where they've literally taken somebody off a plane and I've gone, I clocked that ages ago. Yeah. I wouldn't do anything about it, but I'd just be like, okay.
It's weird, isn't it?
But anyway, the flight, literally, by the time I'd ordered a cup of tea, which was a Costa cup of tea on EasyJet, we were landing, cabin crew descend to landing, blah, blah, blah. And I was, thank you. And I was like, my tea's still warm. It was hot. Yeah. And then we were landing and I was trying to get it down my neck because I was like, I don't want to carry that off the plane, I'll fucking drop it. Sorry. So I couldn't believe that I didn't have to show anyone my passport. I mean, I took my passport with me because it felt just dodgy not having my passport. But apparently I could have done that journey. Now I've done it. The only thing that was checked was my boarding pass, which for me just feels like not good.
It doesn't really matter, doesn't it? Because you go
like
inside
bus,
of the you're going inside the UK, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's no difference really to a train.
Yeah.
Or like I said, or a bus.
It did feel like that. It felt like I was on a plane, but it didn't feel as like exciting. It was just like yeah. But anyway, Edinburgh, 10 out of 10. What a place.
It is beautiful.
Oh my God, it's like Hogwarts everywhere.
Yeah. Not
that I went to any of the Harry Potter stuff because I'm not putting money into that person's pocket.
Well,
it's all gimmicky, and everyone claims. They all claim that they're the one that influenced this character and that character, and I'm like, I'm just going to generally look at Edinburgh and go, that's nice, that looks a bit like Harry Potter, on to the other things.
It's really difficult for me because I grew up reading Harry Potter, watching Harry Potter. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan.
I was Lord of the Rings.
Now, I get that. I get that with you, yeah.
Love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Star Wars and Harry Potter.
Star Wars, I'm okay. Like, I could take it or leave it, to be honest.
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't given it a proper go. Star Wars properly, but yeah.
But anyway, the Harry Potter, obviously, I've got loads of. I've named both my dogs after Harry Potter characters. I've got Harry Potter tattoos. I've got lots of Harry Potter stuff.
You look like Dobby.
I look. So it could be worse. It could be worse. You could have turned around and you look like Hagrid. You could.
No, I'm Hagrid. Have you seen me? Thank you. God, hello.
I know it's one of the best. Well, it could be this place, but the whole thing with she who won't be named. It's very difficult because in my mind I've separated her from what I grew up loving. And what I continue to love. I love the stories and the characters, not necessarily her. And people will say, oh, well, I'm not going to this place because I'm going to put it in her pocket. She's just raking it in anyway. I was like, your tenner to go and buy something is nothing. Yeah. So I'm like, if you love it, just love it.
And don't
think about her. I think you have to because
it'll ruin it. It's completely wiped out.
I still don't. I watch it. I still go and get my tattoos done of it and whatever. And I ignore her.
Yeah.
But you've just made a lovely cup of tea. But it's time to go, really.
It is. But I really want to quickly say, Arthur's Seat in Edinburgh, the big mountain that gives you like a 360 view of Edinburgh. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be a really good idea as a lone rider, with my little flip-flops on. No, I had Adidas Gazelles on, and this dress is clean, I promise. I was like, on Google Maps, it just says it's a 36-minute walk. That's easy. So easy. Yeah. It literally looked like the thumb off of Halls. You know that massive mountain in the film Halls?
Yeah.
And I looked up and I was like, how big's Arthur? How big is Arthur? Because a mad respect just came over me as I was halfway up, sweating my tits off because it was about 22 degrees. Yeah. I was really good though. I had sun cream on. It's been a
banging week, mine, haven't I?
Oh, great. I had sun cream on. Ella was like, have a nice hike. As in, like, I've been to Edinburgh 3 times and I've never done it, so you're better than me. I was like, yeah, but I'm like that. I like to take things off my list. Yeah. Like, I've done that now. I love doing that. And I had a full day. Oh, no, I did.
You did it?
I got to the top. There was about 60 French young people at the top who were crowding the picture. So I had to wait up there then for ages because I wanted to get a picture at the top. But I was like, I've hiked this far. Yeah. They were there for ages and it was really annoying. And it made me think of like large groups of schools and stuff.
I would have gone, excuse me.
Part, like Moses. Excuse me.
Get out of the way.
But lovely people at the top. It was treacherous at the top because it was so warm. The rocks were slippery, and I was like, I haven't got the right shoes on for this. There were people next to me with like hiking gear on, with like water on their back. Yeah. I had like a little tote bag with my book in it, and my sunglasses. And you know when I was so aware that I was that person. You know what I mean? I was the one that wasn't really prepared, but has ended up there, on my own as well. So I was like, taking a selfie at the top. Like. But it was great. And I do think, like, if I had a seat named after me, it'd have to be that big, if not bigger.
Oh, yeah, you would have to...
It's just got a lot of respect for Arthur, man. That seat is impressive.
Be the size of your head, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah. It was a mountain on top of a mountain. Yeah, wild. But yeah, grim. Yeah. I'd quite like to leave people with... I feel like we've done a holiday one, but we also haven't really done a holiday one. So I think we should do another holiday episode where we actually don't talk about Charlotte Church and Harry Potter, because now we've gone off on one.
But that's not going to be an episode of ours, is it?
Yeah, I will, because I've got lots of things I need to say about prepping for summer. And I'd quite like to talk about that with you. I think that would be good. That's fine. But it's too much to do in this one, isn't it?
Well, we'll do it next time.
We'll do it next week.
Yeah, do it next week.
Next week.
Basically, I'm going to turn the camera off now, right? And then we'll do it then.
Okay.
Anyway, ta-ta everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you to Glenget Tea.
Oh, it's banging.
Please sponsor us. Please. It's so nice. Genuinely so nice.
Just send us a shitload of tea bags.
Right, that's you as well.
What, shit?
Sweet. Yes, shit. I love that we're miming it.
And the other fucking 10 times
We're not going to remember.
No. There's me counting like this later now and ending. Right. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, should we say it?
Yeah. See you next Tuesday.